Hi guys, how are you? So today we are making vanilla cupcakes, and this is a recipe everybody should do. It's very easy. We are using 115 grams of each thing. One stick of my butter weighs 115 grams actually, but it's written 113 grams. 2 sticks is about a cup. So I want to do double the mixture, so I'll do double of everything in grammage. Okay, so 115 times 2, so 230 of everything. And I'm going to be using 4 eggs for this mixture. So the recipe is in the detail. So I also use 6 teaspoons of milk, 2 teaspoons of oil. This I find makes them very silky. Not very, just silky enough, yeah? And today I am sifting my flour. I don't always sift, but I thought it would be nice if we are doing this. I actually got this sifter for you. So we are sifting that just to create more air in the mixture. So like I said, this is a mix all recipe that we haven't done yet. The one we've been doing is creaming method, which means you cream the butter and sugar first. This we've added everything. And we did add vanilla in our milk. So you start on a low speed because, like you can see, the flour is it's peeling. Yeah, and then you increase speed as you go. Okay. So while that beats, we will come back here and just put our cupcake holders in our cupcake tins. I use the jumbo size. I find that this gives the cupcakes the height I need. That is strange, and it's also a nice tip. I just came into it by accident. Now, like I said, this is a troubleshooting video. The first thing I did wrong was overbeating this mixture. It should have been there for about 4 to 6 minutes. I think it exceeded that. Okay, so that was the first blunder. The second blunder is that I overfilled by a bit. Okay, now it had created too much air and I should have let it rest. So the third mistake was baking immediately after adding into these containers. I should have let it rest so that the bubbles settle. Okay, so this was the outcome. It looked a bit like it was overflowing, but I went with it. Okay, but that collapsed later. So anyway, here we are using the American buttercream, and this I measured my butter sticks. They came to 230. Like I said, each is 115, and we're going to cream that. So why I mention the weight again is because the measurement of 1 cup of butter is not the same as 1 cup of sugar. We are using powdered sugar. That is why we use different measurement containers, so to speak. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 1 cup of powdered sugar. Now, if you measured the powdered sugar to the same amount as the butter, it would be too sweet. Okay, so we are using 1 cup of powdered sugar, 1 cup of butter essentially, but we weigh the butter but we don't weigh the sugar. We just use a cup of sugar. Does that make sense? We are going to do this again because, like I said, these are flopped. So maybe it will help you understand better if I'm not very clear. So I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of whipping cream just to take the sting out of our buttercream. American buttercream tends to be a bit too sweet, yeah? So if you're not used to it, you would need something subtle to, you know, take the sting out. So today I'm going to use this Russian tips just because I have them. I have never used them before, so I just washed them. The kupla, okay, so this is a kupla, the thing I'm, you know, the blue thing, the white and blue thing. So the thing is, there's this method of putting your tip just inside and cutting off the tip of the paper, of the piping paper, and then there's where you put the kupla inside, the white part of the kupla inside, and then the piping tip goes on top, and then you can close it up, yeah, with the blue thing. It won't always have a color. I'm just describing what I have mine. So you see the result here. The cupcakes shrunk back after losing all that air. So that was the blender, okay, and that was the result of our blender. So I'm going to use these 2 tips for different designs. Now Russian tips will give you that effect. You just add your buttercream and pull it up just like that. Ideally, I should have added buttercream of a different color inside. That way you would be able to see the flour inside. Yeah, but I was using just plain colored buttercream or buttercream without color. So I'm going to use that same kupla and then change to a different one. I have just 2 Russian tips. Yeah, so yeah, it gives almost a similar result, yeah. So then I'm going to use this to just show you the different patterns you can add, and the different way. If you use too much pressure, it gives you a different effect, you know. So for whatever you have in mind, you must use the piping bag that way. Ideally, your hand should be on the buttercream, pressing down. Your finger, your thumb, and index finger should be on top where the filling is. Okay, so I'm going to use this caddy. I'm taking these cupcakes somewhere. It's always good to have people who will help you eat, because this is too much sugar. Thanks, guys.